Hello everyone, I am Urologist Ömür Erdem Akkaya. The subject we will talk about today is Dianabol. Dianabol is one of the anabolic, androgenic steroids that are widely abused all over the world and also in our country. It is one of the oral steroids. When we look at the androgenic index, we see a low rate, and when we look at the anabolic index, we see a high rate in Dianabol. When we look at the history of Dianabol, it appeared in 1955. It started to be used among athletes since 1958. It was marketed as a treatment for dwarfs with pituitary disorders. In 1985, we see that it was completely removed from the market. It is very difficult to find electronic PDFs of the therapeutic studies as they were done in 1975. If we look at its structure is a modified form of testosterone. It is also very similar to Bolden-1. Because it binds weakly to the sex hormone binding globin, it shows high activity. It actually binds more weakly to androgen receptors than testosterone. Side effects are important for us. What side effects are there? What side effects do we see when we use Dianabol? We can see the side effect of gynecomastia. Why? Because Dianabol has a high estrogenic effect, especially depending on the dose. Of course, it can have side effects such as water retention, edema in the body, and hypertension. These effects are claimed to be caused by conversion to methylestradiol. But as a result, even if its structure is similar to Bolden-1, as you know, Bolden-1 does not aromatize, but it has estrogenic effect. This drug does not directly turn into estrogen. It has androgenic effects, the androgenic effects of classical anabolic steroids. There are acne, body hair growth effects, prostate-related effects. It has androgenic side effects. Can finasteride dutasteride be used to reduce these? It is said that even if it is used, it will not affect much. After all, when you use finasteride dutasteride, there is a possibility that the user may see an effect in total because you eliminate or reduce your body's endogenous dihydrotestosterone, which is self-produced dihydrotestosterone. What is the most important side effect of this drug? It is toxic to the liver. Because the side effect of oral anabolics is that they are toxic to the liver. But at therapeutic doses, around 5 mg per day, no serious side effects have been detected, but unfortunately athletes use high doses. They use 20 mg, 30 mg, and up to 50 mg. And of course there are problems like this. When we look at the side effects related to the liver in the studies, 10 mg per day causes minimal hepatitis stress. But at daily doses of 15 mg, it clearly increases liver function. In other studies, it was found that even doses of 2.5 or 5 mg in 8 days increased liver functions, as you can see here. Which tests should be done if you think the liver is affected? LDH, ALT-AST tests are related to the liver. But in weightlifting athletes, LDL, AST and ALT can increase even when they train intensively just because they lift weights. Therefore, under normal conditions, these enzymes should be checked again after a week of stopping weight sports. But the enzyme we call GGT is not related to this. Since the GGT enzyme is more related to the biliary tract, if your GGT is extra elevated when you use Dianabol, this can show hepatitis damage even more clearly. But one thing's for sure. I gotta say it. You're on these drugs. And you're exercising and your liver enzymes are elevated. Then it should be considered a sign of liver damage. This is what liver damage looks like. Cardiovascular side effects. All oral androgenic steroids have cardiovascular side effects. Cardiovascular side effects are especially important because they alter the cholesterol profile, increase the damage related to vascular calcification and enlargement of the left chamber of the heart, pathologic enlargement of the heart, as well as increasing the risk of heart attack. Apart from that, does it lower natural testosterone? Does it affect the pituitary? The use of 15 mg doses daily for 8 weeks was found to lower testosterone by 69%. So it suppresses FSH and LH. So we can say that you need to do a PCT after using this drug. Apart from that, Dianabol, unfortunately, I am sorry to say, is very commonly used in anabolic steroid cycles, as you can see here. And it is used in high doses. It is also mixed with other drugs. They also used it in women as an anabolic steroid, but unfortunately, when Dianabol is used in women, complaints such as masculinization, voice change, hair growth, and clitoris enlargement were observed much more than other steroids. Therefore, it is not a preferred steroid among women. There are presentations of findings, there are case reports. Let me tell you the worst case after using Dianabol. There are reports of cases of jaundice due to obstruction in the gallbladder, followed by acute renal failure and acute inflammation of the pancreatic gland and death. There are a lot of cases of death, but there are actually many cases of people who used these anabolic steroids and were hospitalized and died, but of course you don't know. Because they used many anabolic steroids at the same time, we don't really know which anabolic steroid they were harmed by. As we said, when it is taken in low doses, it is not a problem. When taken in daily doses of 5 mg, it doesn't cause a big problem. But when we take it in doses of 15 mg, it can cause problems. So that's Dianabol in a nutshell. As I said, unfortunately it is a very commonly used substance that is toxic to the liver and toxic to other systems. Thank you for listening, best regards.